The hard problem of consciousness. Solved. What is consciousness? Why does it feel like something to be you? Why is your inner world, a stream of thoughts, sensations, and emotions, so real when it exists nowhere anyone else can see? Philosopher David Chalmers called this the hard problem of consciousness. It's not about how the brain processes information. It's about why any of it should feel like anything at all. For centuries, we've wrestled with this. And yet, what if the answer has been hiding in plain sight all along? The illusion of easy answers. Let's start with what the hard problem isn't. Science can tell us a lot. It can explain how light hits your retina, how neurons fire, how speech is produced, how memory forms. But none of this explains why you feel the redness of red, the warmth of sunlight, the ache of heartbreak. Your brain processes inputs like a machine, but the machine doesn't feel. So, why do you? Many scientists have sidestepped the problem. Some say consciousness is just an illusion. But wait, illusion to who? If you're being fooled, something must be aware of the illusion. So no, consciousness can't be dismissed. It demands explanation. And ignoring it doesn't make it go away. Philosophical dead ends. Philosophers have tried to crack this for centuries. Descartes said, "I think, therefore I am." He saw consciousness as proof of existence. Materialists argue everything is physical. If you can't measure it, it doesn't exist. Dualists disagree, claiming consciousness is non-physical, separate from the brain. But both camps hit walls. If it's just physics, why do we feel? If it's separate from the brain, how do they interact? It's like trying to tune a radio to pick up silence. No matter what, something is always missing. Integrated information. Theory. One modern theory dares to offer a fresh lens. It's called Integrated Information Theory, or IIT. It proposes this. Consciousness is what it feels like for a system to integrate information, not just process it, but to bind it into a unified whole. Think of your brain as a web. Each part talks to others in a complex, interconnected pattern. IIT says that this pattern, this integration, is consciousness, not a byproduct, not an illusion, but a fundamental property of the system itself. Like how atoms form molecules, information forms experience. Still controversial, still theoretical, but maybe the most precise scientific shot we've taken. The strange case of panpsychism. Now here's where things get weird. What if consciousness isn't rare? What if it's everywhere? This is the idea of panpsychism. It suggests that consciousness is a basic property of the universe, just like mass or charge. A rock doesn't think. But the atoms in it might have extremely simple forms of awareness. Not thoughts, not emotions, but proto-experiences. Building blocks of consciousness. You're just an incredibly complex arrangement of those building blocks. It sounds wild, but it's gaining traction in academic circles. And it might just bridge the gap between mind and matter. The simulation within. Let's flip things completely. What if you don't perceive the world at all? What if you live inside a simulation of your own making? Neuroscientist Anil Seth describes consciousness as a controlled hallucination. Your brain doesn't show you reality. It constructs a model based on guesses, predictions, and incomplete data. What you see, what you hear, what you feel, it's all an internal simulation. Most of the time, your model matches reality well enough. But when it doesn't, we call that an illusion, a dream, or even madness. Your experience is real, but it's a best-guess version of the external world. Your consciousness isn't a camera, it's a storyteller. The big twist: what if we're asking the wrong question? Here's the twist. What if we've been asking the wrong question? Maybe the mystery isn't, why does consciousness exist? But rather, why did we expect it not to? We assume consciousness is strange. But maybe it's the default. The one thing you can't doubt is that you're aware. So instead of explaining consciousness in terms of the physical world, maybe we need to explain the physical world in terms of consciousness. Some thinkers argue that consciousness is primary, that matter emerges from mind, not the other way around. Radical? Yes. Impossible? Not necessarily. So, have we solved the hard problem of consciousness? Not quite, but maybe we've taken a step closer. Maybe the solution isn't one single theory, but a patchwork of insights from science, philosophy, and lived experience. One thing is clear. You're not just a machine. You're not just neurons firing in the dark. You are aware. You are alive. And that in itself is extraordinary. If nothing else, the mystery of consciousness might just be the most beautiful question we've ever asked. So tell me, what do you think?
If this made you think, subscribe for more. Hit the bell to dive deeper into the unexplained. Thank you.